Hello folks, it's Gary GSF. Today we're going to do a 1,000-mile review. I have my C400GT BMW and I've just clocked over 1,000 miles on it. So just as I normally do on my bikes, when I hit 1,000 miles I give you an opinion of how it is, but a 1,000-mile review. So here we go, straight over to the bike. Okay, this is the BMW C400GT. I got it with the comfort pack on it. There's different packs you can get on it. There's comfort and there's ones with brings in an electronic dash, but I didn't get that, a TFT dash, so it connects your phone and that. Last thing I want when I'm out on a motorbike is to worry about my phone. Runs on 15-inch wheels. Looks are subjective, but here we go. The handguards are ones I've bought from China and they just look peachy. They look great, can't fault them. I've put a top box on it. Now that is a shad rack, where the top box is the one from Amazon, just over £40. That's absolutely great. Good thing about this, stainless steel exhaust. There you go, stainless steel exhaust. That's a must on a scooter. They rot like hell. So let's look at the dash. Okay, now this is just a basic one. Okay. So there you go, you've got your trip computer, your time, your fuel. So let's see, run through the trip at the top. Trip 1, trip 2, trip A, that's just what you've been doing today. It goes into setup, you can change your settings, and there are 1,040 miles. Okay. So that's the top. All controlled by this menu button. Okay. On this one, you can see fuel consumption 1 at the bottom there. It's consumption 2. Consumption C. I don't even know what that means. Oh, that's constant. Oil level, I think that is. Yeah, it's oil level, yep. External temperature. Engine temperature. Your average speed. The voltage of the battery, riding time, today's date, and your range to filling up, and your consumption, back to your consumption again. So that's all you need. You can get it with the mobile phone connectivity, which is quite expensive, and I didn't see the value in it. Now the comfort pack is around about £400, and it comes with heated seat and heated grips, and I did see the value in that. So without further ado, we'll get to the riding of it and give you my opinions of it. But that's the looks of it. You can make your own mind up on that. So without further ado, straight to the riding. Okay, now for the onboard riding experience. The engine, the 350cc single cylinder engine, 34 horsepower, plenty enough for a scooter. Accelerates very well. You're sitting at the traffic lights and you give it a handful and there's nothing much will sit with you. Apparently it'll get up to 95 miles per hour, and I haven't tried that, but suffice to say I've been sitting on the motorway showing high 70s, and it is just cruising then. So the engine is quite smooth. Okay, it's not like a 125. When you start it, you can feel the weight of the piston coming through. You know, you can feel that initial vibration, but out on the road that goes away. So great job. So I'm not unhappy with that. Okay, suspension. The front suspension is very, very hard for a scooter. Really hard. Took me a while getting used to it at first, but I'm sort of used to it now. In round town where you have the patchwork roads like you have in the UK, it's really, really hard. Get it out on the open road, and it is fabulous. It gives you plenty of feedback. Gives you, it really handles well. So suffice to say, I'm glad to sacrifice that just to have the better handling, to sacrifice the suspension. The rear suspension I've preloaded up just to one before the top, and it's still quite soft, so it's sort of not really matched. The Pirelli tyres that comes on, the Pirelli Angel scooter tyres, are fabulous. Absolutely fabulous feedback through, dry weather, wet weather. Really, everything has plenty of feedback, and I really rate those. The bodywork, this is where it sort of let it down at first, where you would be going over the patchwork urban roads that we have here. It would squeak and rattle and get on. It really was quite poor. Now coming up to about 1,000 miles, that seems to be going out of it. It's very rarely you'll hear it, but it was like a budgie's cage, all the chirping coming out of the bodywork. But so that seems to be settling down, and I'm now settling into it. It really did annoy me at first, so I will say that your first 1,000 miles, be prepared for a lot of squeaking and rattling. But as I say, it does seem to be getting out of it now. But the screen really does a fabulous job of keeping the wind off you. You don't even need to think about putting on a screen extender or anything like that, or changing the screen. It covers you very well, and also doesn't it doesn't give you any buffeting. So I would say stick with the screen that's on it. Super job. The seat, the seat, as I say, said on the intro, this seat is heated, and it's a step seat. It is absolutely plush, good for hundreds and hundreds of miles, and really good. Visibility out of the mirror is fabulous. The dash, as you've seen, I've run through that. It's great. It looks basic, but it gives you all the info. The lights on this thing, the lights are the best I've ever had on any vehicle I've owned. Cars, bikes, whatever. I haven't had anything like the lights. The LED lights, there's 4 of them in the front, and they are fabulous. Fuel consumption. Now I run about town on this most of the time, and I'm getting about 67 to the gallon. Now that's up and down to work, which is 2.5 miles, and up and down to the centre of Portadown, which is 2.5 miles, and that's what I mostly do. So it comes in about 67, 68 miles per gallon, which is quite acceptable. That's hard miles. If you get out onto the open road, I've seen it sitting 85, 87, pushing 90 miles. No problems. No problems in fuel consumption. Really good. To sum up, it's more of an open road scooter. This it's not really an in-round town scooter. It's a little bit cumbersome in round town, and say with the hard front suspension, it's not the most pleasant experience. So getting used to it now, I've got used to it, and it doesn't annoy me. But at first, it was, this thing's rock hard. It was actually harder than my Tracer 9 on the front end, and it's designed for sports tour, so it is going to be quite firm. But this is I've got used to it, and you do notice it, but it's okay. But get out onto the open road, and this thing excels. As you hit bumps at higher speed, you don't feel them so much. It's only in around the slow speeds. And I say, handling wise, it handles as close to a motorcycle as any scooter I've ever owned. Even with the Bergman 400, it didn't handle anywhere near as good as this. So all in all, it's a good open road scooter. Not so wonderful in round town, but it's not bad. You do actually get used to it. Well, one of the things that I find about larger scooters, the drive drops off very low, or very high, you know, maybe about 17, 18 miles per hour. I know the Bergman did that, and I've ridden other big scooters, maxi scooters, that drop off that. But this one here, you will do it. It will drop off about 12 miles per hour, and that's perfect for, you know, it's when you're going around corners, and around junctions and that, it's not dropping off on you. So, there you go. So, a good open road scooter. One thing it didn't cover was the brakes. The brakes are just like a motorbike. Loads of feel, loads of power, loads of stopping power. They're J1 calipers, and Bybri master cylinders. Now that's Brembo's budget range, and they're absolutely fabulous. They're as good as the Tracer 9 that I have, and you just can't fault that. Twin discs in the front, which is quite rare for a scooter. Huge big twin discs in front with the big calipers. So all in all, a good open road scooter. It's more designed for the open road rather than the in round town, but it's more of an open road scooter rather than a commuter. But for now, that's my opinions of the BMW C400GT. Any questions or any comments, please put them down below. I'll do my best to respond to everyone. And hopefully this is helpful if you're in the market looking for a scooter. And thanks for watching. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. So thanks for watching, and this is Gary GSF signing off. Take care for now, and I'll chat soon.